In this video, I want to talk about TFRs, temporary flight restrictions. I see a lot of questions online about the stadium TFR. So I made a video about it. The video is actually part of my remote pilot test prep course. So if you want information about that, I'll put a link in the description. But for now, here's the video from the course. Two different types of TFRs that I want to talk about more specifically because these are what's going to get you as a drone pilot. The first one is called a stadium TFR. And a stadium TFR is a TFR that's put around stadiums during certain type of games or certain type of sporting events. If you want more information on this, there's a NOTAM that's been issued just for this. It's called FDC 7-4319. If you want to read the full NOTAM, but this is what the NOTAM is saying. The TFR is 3 nautical miles in radius and up to 300 feet AGL, above ground level, 1 hour before the event, 1 hour after the event. This is when the stadium TFR is going to be. This is going to apply to any stadium with a seat capacity of 30,000 seats or more. So not all stadiums are going to be falling in this TFR. And these are going to apply to a whole bunch of different sports: MLB, NFL, NCAA Division I football, NASCAR, Indy, and championship in the motor racing. Be very careful with this. I know there are airspace apps that you can have out there that will tell you some of the TFRs. One famous one is AirMap. I do not recommend that you use AirMap for a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons is because they're notorious for not showing these TFRs, these stadium TFRs, or for showing too many of them, in which case you have a false positive where you could actually have flown and they're telling you that you can't. So be careful with this. First off, don't use AirMap and use other sources in order to get those stadium TFRs. If it's a big game, if it's an MLB, NFL game, just stay away from it. If it's the Super Bowl, don't be those idiots that are going to be on TV flying your drone over the Super Bowl stadium. That does no good for anyone, especially not for the industry. Another TFR I want to talk about, which is very specific, is the Disney TFR. Now, interestingly, Disney has, and this is going to sound funny, a permanent temporary flight restriction. Now, temporary flight restriction by definition is only for a certain amount of time, while Disney has had one for a long time, pretty much since 9/11. And you'll see them. There's a theme park in Orlando. There's a theme park in California. And you'll see right here, this is the example of the one in Orlando. There is a information on the panel, and it basically says that below 3,000 feet AGL and within 3 nautical miles of the theme park, you cannot fly. Don't fly your drone over Disney. That can get you in hot trouble with the FAA. In California, it's going to be the same. You have Disneyland right here. And again, it says the same thing on a little insert. It says 3 nautical miles of the theme park, and then you have here the GPS coordinates. I know you don't know how to read GPS coordinates just yet. I'm going to show that to you in the next presentation on charts. I hope you like this video, and I hope you consider joining my course. There's a lot of information in there that is very helpful. I designed the course not for you to pass the test. I designed the course for you to be proficient at becoming a pilot. This is what I do. This is what I believe in. And so the link is down at the bottom. As always, please leave your comments on the video. And also, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. You'll get all the updates as they come through, as I get new videos up every week. Thank you, and have a great day.